What's up, internet? Here is CrossFit Wiley's workout for Wednesday. It's been roughly 12 days since here in Texas we've had to shut things down. So we are doing 12 days of quarantine. Most of you have probably done the 12 days of Christmas workout or a version of it, and this is going to be our 12 days of quarantine workout. All right, to get you warmed up for your 12 days of quarantine workout, we're going to go over our primer. We've got 2 rounds. We're going to start with 5 good morning squats. So Steve's going to turn sideways here. So we're going to go prisoner style, hands behind the head, kind of open up the chest and everything. He's going to go into his good morning. So hamstrings are loaded, sit back into his heels into his squat, back into his good morning and up. So we're going to feel the hamstring tension, and then we're going to feel the deep squat, and then we're going to go back into hamstring tension, and then open up the hips all the way, squeeze those glutes at the top. And then we've got 8 dive bomber push-ups. So the simple version of this can just be simply a transition from the cobra up into the down dog, back into the cobra. If you want to make it harder, you can do Steve's version where he's lowering himself through there and then lowering himself back up. All right, so 8 of those. When you finish that, we're going to go to some single leg calf raises. Yes, I said calf raises. So there's a lot of jumping and some running. So we're going to just get those calves firing up. We're going to drive them all the way up into the toes, try to be a ballerina. We're going to do 10 on each leg. All right, so knock out those 3 movements at least for a couple rounds and make sure you get really warmed up. I would also recommend testing some of the movements that we're about to go over. So just like the 12 Days of Christmas song, you're going to work from the top, and then you're going to go, so you're going to start with a 100-meter run, and then you go 2, and then 1, so 2 thrusters, a 100-meter run, 3 burpees over your dumbbells, 2 thrusters, 100-meter run, 4 single arm overhead lunges, 3 burpees over the dumbbells, 2 thrusters, 1 100-meter run. So you're going to keep working that until you get all the way down to the bottom, and you're going to work from the bottom up every round until you finish the 12 through 1s. We're here to go over some of the movements and some scaled options if you don't have any weight, or maybe you have a mix of weight. Desperate times call for desperate measures, and so we're here to help you through that. So first, your 100-meter run, make sure wherever you are, you know where that is. It's a 50-meter mark, so 50 meters out, 50 meters back, or a loop if you got a cool setup. And then thrusters. So if you have 2 dumbbells, you're going to do the 2 dumbbell movements with both dumbbells. However, we have a hodgepodge here in my garage. So we've got like 3 different dumbbells, and they're all different weights. And so what Steve is going to do for this workout is going to use 2 different weights, a heavy and a light, and he's going to do his thrusters that way. It's okay to be a little odd balance. On the next round, he's going to come back and switch arms. Cool? If you only have 1 dumbbell, same thing. Do that 1 dumbbell, knock out your 2 thrusters. On the next round, switch arms. So that thruster, we want to see that nice deep squat, knees outside the body, feet stay flat, torso stays vertical, finish nice and tall with that solid press out for us. And then the round of 3, we got burpees over dumbbells. So for the burpees over the dumbbells, we're going to stack if you have 2 dumbbells, go ahead and stack them if you want to make it harder. We're just going to do a burpee up over that dumbbell. Good. Lateral jump or forward facing jump, whatever you feel comfortable with, but we want to jump over our target. And then we've got single arm overhead lunge. So this is just 1 dumbbell for everybody. You're going to get that nice solid overhead position, step forward, step back. Oh, screwed it up, no rep. Step forward, step back, or staying in place. Most people be doing this in their garage and living room, so we're stepping forward, stepping back. So you're going to do 4 reps, and you're just going to do all 4 reps on your right arm the first round. The next round, come back and do your left arm. That's going to start getting hard to keep track of, but do your best. Again, desperate times call for desperate measures. So 5 alternating dumbbell snatches when you finish that. This one we are going to alternate. And yes, it's an odd number of reps. Do your best to balance that out by starting with the other arm on the next round. But we're going to do alternating dumbbell snatches. You can switch on the ground or switch on the way down. Snatch that dumbbell straight up overhead. As soon as you finish that, you got double dumbbell deadlifts. If you have 2 dumbbells, you're going to use both of them for your deadlifts. Again, we got 1 weight on one side, 1 weight on the other side. If they're off balance, then you're going to switch arms in the next round. So just a regular deadlift down to your toes without smashing your toes. If you only have 1 dumbbell, do them all on one side and then switch on the next round. Or you can do 3 and 3. Get creative if you need to. If you have a barbell too, but you only have one dumbbell, you can definitely do the double weighted stuff. So the deadlifts, the thrusters, you can definitely do that with a barbell. No harm, no foul. So we've got our snatches, we've got our deadlifts. Now we're into the round of 7. You're going to knock out 7 V-ups. So we want to see the body stay nice and straight. The weight is staying centered on the hips as the chest and the legs come up at the same time. If you can't come all the way up, or you're going to tuck into a heel touch. All right. And then Renegade Rows. So if you got both dumbbells, you're going to have one hand on each dumbbell, and you're going to row. There's no push-up on the Renegade Rows, just the rowing motion. So Renegade Rows for 8 total, that's going to be 4 on each arm. If you only have one dumbbell, knock out 4 on your right arm, then switch hands, knock out 4 on your left arm. All right, and then goblet squats, exactly what it sounds like. Just one dumbbell for this movement. Get in that goblet position. You can hold it vertical or you can flip it horizontal and hold the heads, however you feel comfortable holding it. And just nice deep squats, full extension at the top. For the round of 10, you're going to start with double unders. So you're going to knock out 10 double unders. If you don't have a jump rope, we're going to do tuck jumps or the penguin clap, which Steve was about to demonstrate. So it's a really good drill to work on your timing. Nice high jump, double tap with the hands, or a tuck jump is good too. Awkward tuck jump. And then for the round of 11, you're going to kick it off with handstand push-ups. If you have a spot for handstand push-ups, you're going to knock those out. We didn't set up anything just yet, so Steve's not going to demonstrate that. And if we need to demonstrate it, you're probably not ready for it. But we're going to modify that with push press. Oh. Actually, they're push-ups. Well, it's going to be a push press. So you're going to grab your dumbbells. If you only have one, again, split it up evenly. And just a small leg drive, finish with the shoulders. The leg drive needs to be dictated based on the weight. If you're stuck with light dumbbells, then keep it strict and only use the shoulders. But if you have really heavy dumbbells and it's hard for you, you can definitely do a little bit of a push press with a little bit of a leg drive. So that's our round of 11. And then everybody's favorite, the round of 12, the devil press. So the devil's press, both hands on the dumbbells. You're going to do a burpee. That wasn't a burpee. A burpee. Sorry. So we're doing a burpee, hop up, and then right into basically a 2-hand dumbbell snatch. So one motion from the ground all the way up overhead. All right. And most people feel comfortable with that weight between the legs. Some people like to get the weight outside the legs with the feet closer together. That's totally preferential. As long as you feel like you can engage the legs and keep that back nice and straight, and use a lot of hip drive, right? We want the power coming from the hips. And again, if you only have one dumbbell, we're going to do the same motion. So we're going to kind of basically turn it into just a single arm dumbbell snatch. We'll alternate arms, but we're adding the burpee for the devil's press portion of it. If you have a barbell and you want to make it a little bit more challenging or heavier, you can do a burpee plus a power snatch with a barbell. And obviously we'll let that slide. All right, let's talk body weight, people, real quick for this workout. So I'm just going to walk down our body weight variations for this. So we still have our 100-meter run. If you don't have any weight at all, you're going to be doing squat jumps as opposed to the thrusters. So just a squat with a jump at the top. And then for the round of 3, we just got our burpees. If you don't have any dumbbells, you can still do burpees over a target, put down a foam roller or something and jump over that. Number 4, we got alternating lunges. So instead of the overhead lunges, we're going to go alternating lunges. If you want to make it hard, you can find an odd object like a backpack or something and hold that overhead, a gallon jug, something similar. If you want to add a little bit of weight to it. For the round of 5, we're doing tuck jumps. It's really hard to simulate those explosive hip opening, hip extension movements. So we're going to do tuck jumps for those dumbbell snatches, and that's going to simulate opening up all those hips all the way. If you have a box jumps are a good alternate as well. Just something that's simulating extending those hips in an explosive fashion. 6, elevated glute bridges in place of your deadlifts. So it's a good way to engage the hamstrings and the glutes. This might be a little bit higher than we need. Something like 5 to 6 inches is good, but a bench is the highest you would want to go. We're driving those hips up in the air again, working on that hip extension that you would get for the deadlift. And then for the round of 7, we still have our V-ups. And then the round of 8, we're going to do Renegade Rows. So what the dumbbells we were doing are Renegade Rows, and if you don't have any dumbbells, we're going to switch it up and do mountain climbers. So we got mountain climbers. So bring that knee to your elbow, nice and quick, light on your feet, get those hips working. So 8 mountain climbers. Hopping up right into goblet squats, which in this case we're just going to substitute the air squat. So you can do air squats if you want to make it more challenging and you don't have any weight. Grab your bag, grab something heavy. 10 double unders. Again, double unders for if you have a jump rope. If you don't have a jump rope, we're going to do the penguin claps. So what Steve demonstrated earlier with the penguin claps. For the round of 11, we're still going to do the handstand push-ups, and you can scale that to push-ups. So if you don't have any weight and you don't want to do the handstand push-ups, we'll just do regular push-ups. We can also scale that to the knees if you need to. And then inchworms, or the advanced people can do wall walks. So if you want to make it really hard, you can do 12 wall walks. But if you want to do the regular one, we're going to do inchworms. We're going to keep those legs straight, keep them completely locked. If you have tight hamstrings, this is going to be great for you to stretch those hamstrings while you're breathing hard. So we're walking all the way out to the bottom of the push-up. Touch the chest, bottom of the push-up, all the way back up to the toes to the standing position. Okay? So we got some good options for our body weight folks, and we'll make sure you can see that in the video. Hope you guys like our 12 days quarantine workout. And I'm looking forward to it, kind of. Not really looking forward to doing it, but it should be interesting nonetheless.